Today, I want to talk about journaling. So, if you know me, you know I am a huge advocate for journaling. But the question I get asked a lot is how to do it. So, I'm going to share some tips with you on how to use journaling as a tool instead of thinking about it as a diary. So, lots of us have kept diaries as we were younger and teenagers, or even younger than that. And we think of journaling in the same way that we did diary writing when we were teenagers. Here's the thing, it's not the same. And that's a good thing. Uh, because when we were younger and you're writing in a diary, it was about the day and maybe some like drama was happening with friends and all those kind of things. Whereas journaling for your mental health wellness is a little bit different in that the journaling is actually a tool. So you need to shift your mindset to see it more of a tool instead of just something that you do. And when you can start to see journaling as a tool, you will maximize the benefits as quickly as possible. Now, journaling is not a quick fix to anything. So it isn't, writing down one time and then something magical will actually happen. That's not how journaling works. The tool of journaling works by compounding. So, what that means is that when you do it consistently over a period of time, you'll start to see progression. And the more that you do it, the more often that you use it, the more powerful the changes will happen in your life. So, it is not a one and done thing, it is something that needs to be consistent. What makes it important for it to be consistent is you need to make it a habit. How do you make something a habit? It is about deciding what time of day is best for you to actually grab that journal and write in it. And the time of day is not the same for everybody. So whatever works for your friend is most likely not going to work for you. For me, I usually do it first thing in the morning or I do it at night. I journal really often, so I readily pick it up. If you're not used to picking something up, make it a habit on picking a day and only commit 5 minutes to it. It takes 5 minutes of your time. You've got 5 minutes. Like, I know you've got 5 minutes. We're all super busy, but you've got 5 minutes for yourself. Once you settle into picking a time of day that you can commit to, and it's only 5 minutes a day, you can do anything for 5 minutes. I want you to start to see journaling as a tool. So, what does that mean? It means that it isn't just a place to talk about your day. So, even if you did first thing in the morning, there's really nothing to talk about because the day's literally just started. But what it is a resource to you to brain dump. So that is about taking everything that's happening in your head, all your thoughts, all your feelings, anything that's happening, and throwing it into it. So that's one way to use it, is that you use it for brain dumping. It's really great to get some of the spinning thoughts or the disconnected thoughts or worries or anxieties or concerns or whatever's happening in your head is put it out on a piece of paper. Now, you want to make sure you're not obsessing about writing it perfectly or punctuation or sentence construction or all the other things that perfection loves to make you focus on to take you away from it. You just want to focus on brain dumping. You brain dump, when you're done, you'll know when you're done, or your 5 minutes are done, you close it, you move on and move on with your day. It's one way to use it. Second way you can use journaling is in the middle of something. So if you're having an emotional reaction to something or really struggling with something, whether you're feeling anger or frustration or anxiety or depression or whatever is happening, whatever the flare up actually is, you can grab that journal and start writing about what's actually happening in that moment. So it is a process of taking out what's happening in your body. So your feelings, your thoughts, everything that's happening, who's involved, who isn't involved. It's like a documentation of an event. Um, it is really powerful to document what's happening because it allows you to see patterns. So if you do this on a regular basis, again, if it's a habit, then you can see that there's certain things that potentially reactions that you're having that are a pattern, or that anxiety has a pattern, or depression has a pattern, and you'll be able to see it more readily because we as humans do not remember things. If I were to ask you what you ate for lunch 5 days ago, chances are you don't even know what you ate yesterday. So it's a way of documenting the process of what's happening with something. So that's really helpful because it allows you to see patterns. The third way to use it is then to use it as a way to reflect. So something's happened and you are not able to write about it. Use the journal as a way to reflect on something. So looking back on something. Now, what does that do? That gives you the ability and to build the skill of reflection. And We really undervalue the power of self-reflection and being able to reflect on a situation. Why? Because in hindsight, we see something different. So when we're in something, we're experiencing it. So that's the value of writing in the moment. When we're away from it, we have the ability to look at it with some hindsight. So our perspective is different, our learning is different, what we take away is very different. So you can use it as a way to reflect on something. And the last way you can use it is a way to really ask yourself some questions. Now, if you ever done some therapy with any of us on our team, you know that we're just always asking questions, reflective questions, and wanting to know more. Well, you can do this for yourself as well, in that you can ask yourself these questions. You can dig into curiosity about yourself. You can wonder why you do certain things, not from a judgmental place, but from a place of truly being curious of why you do these things or why do you react these ways, from a warm, caring, empathic kind of place, not from a judgy place. But you can ask a lot of questions. What did I do well? What did I not do well? How can I improve when I have the similar situation again? How would I like to react versus the way that I did react? How can I decrease anxiety in these situations? What do I need to ground myself? How do I move towards the person I really want to be? What would I have to do to change? So there's lots of questions you can ask yourself in journaling. It's really powerful to ask yourself a question, write out the question, and then answer it and write out the answer and continue on. So those are ways to see journaling as a tool. It is not just a documentation of your life, although if you want to do that, that's fantastic too. But journaling is a very powerful counseling tool, self-reflection tool, a way to really understand yourself, to get grounded and to grow and do some personal growth. And it's just a beautiful journal and a pen. That's all. You need to do pen to paper, old school, no typing, not on your phone. It needs to be pen to paper because there's a biochemical change in the brain when you put pen to paper, and that's where the power actually lies. So I hope you found this helpful. I wish you a fantastic week and lots of journaling.